Mike, hope it's a good one for you at GRAPH EXPO 2012.
It's been a great show so far.
We thank you for stopping by myprintresource.com.
Thanks for having us.
Tell me about ADF and that whole process and how it's coming to be and the acceptance in the marketplace.
ADF is a great concept, the Automated Document Factory. It was coined years ago by Gartner Group. And what was really nice about having a term like that is, businesses, the industry, suppliers,
Sure.
could all rally around the concept that tied in all the modules, all the components of document creation and delivery. What's happening in more recent times is it's really evolving.
Mm-hmm.
It's evolving from a document factory to really a multi-channel messaging factory.
Okay.
And what a lot of companies have tried to do is really reshape it and make it fit what their needs are, because not everybody's going to automate and do everything. So for a lot of companies, what they want to do to be successful is really define the right model for each of their needs to help them gain more efficiency, gain more control of their operations, have a more impactful, better communication process. And the more companies can evolve the definition, evolve the meaning to fit their business, the more successful they're being.
Seems, doesn't it, that the technologies are just being tossed out more and more every day. We hear a lot about it, and I'm going to refer now to the cloud.
Yes.
And what mailing and communications and how that whole thing functions for a company like yours.
Yeah, it's a good point that you're right. There's a lot of new technologies coming out every day from a lot of new players. And going back to the whole automated document factory model, for a lot of companies, the biggest barrier was time and money.
Yeah.
Very cost prohibitive to get into for them because it's a large endeavor. What the cloud is offering now for a lot of companies is a low cost, low investment, basically a usage-based model where companies of different sizes that formerly couldn't afford to buy an ADF or couldn't afford to build an ADF are now able to plug into one. They're able to use the services, whether it's for composition of their products, whether it's for production tracking, whether it's for management reporting. There's a lot of great services out there where companies can really have the option. Do you bring it in-house? Do you buy it and manage it yourself? Or do you leverage the power of a cloud and have a partner behind you that can ensure your service level agreements and your uptime? As a supplier, we offer both because we knew that different size companies, different types of IT staffs would have different requirements, and we wanted to be able to provide the same capabilities to everybody.
Well, and Howell's recently developed the new mobile mail platform.
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit about that and how that fits into the whole picture?
Yeah, multi-channel messaging is really starting to gain some momentum, specifically in transactional mailing.
Sure.
Those volumes are shifting pretty quickly over to electronic delivery. And what we're seeing is there's a few basic models out there that companies have been developing over the years. There's what's called the biller direct model, where a consumer would go to each of their different biller websites to pay their bills. The advantage of that is the relationship between the consumer and the biller. Very good model for that. And the biller's advantage is they get to keep the discussion, the communications with them. The challenge has been logging into lots of different sites.
Absolutely.
The other model that's gained some attraction is the consolidator model. The promise of going to one site would be lots of statements.
Such as a bank, and that aggregates everything.
Yep. And there's some consolidator third-party services out there. But for a lot of consumers, they're not familiar with the company providing that service.
Some reluctance on their part.
And there's reluctance to sign up and provide financial information, you're right. So what we wanted to do is come out with something that was took the best of all the different models and leverage the new power and convenience of the smartphone, the fastest growing technology out there. So we launched a new service called BH Mobile Mail, which allows a biller to provide a mobile mail app to their consumers. It works on iPhone, on Android, on BlackBerry devices. We'll be coming out with a new Windows platform. And the nice thing about it is it keeps the same trust and relationship from the consumer with their biller, but it leverages the power, the convenience, and the always availability of a smartphone.
And is it security platform right along with it?
Oh yeah, incredibly secure. It adheres to all the regulatory, all corporate standards. And by doing it as a turnkey service, a company won't have to develop the expertise and the knowledge of building for all those different platforms. As a provider, as a service provider, we can help them quickly, easily, and cost effectively reach customers with the different platforms and start having a mobile strategy for their business.
From a standpoint of Bell and Howell, does that appear to be the focus, at least in the short term, as we go forward and all of this new technology keeps coming at us?
You know, it's definitely one of our focuses. We're trying to have some new enhancements, new innovations in different areas. Plain paper factory on the transactional side, helping companies, develop, transition from a traditional mail factory to a plain paper factory where more messages, more information, more impactful and relevant data can come on the document, but also allowing that same good communication piece to be delivered via multiple channels. Different users, different preferences, different styles of communicating. We want to help builders satisfy all of those preferences and be competitive. Have a competitive edge so that they're building good communication bridges, good loyalty, and hopefully more follow-on services with their clients.
Well, it sounds exciting.
It's fun. It's going to be exciting couple of years.
Interesting to come to a show like this and to be talking about those sorts of platforms.
Oh, it's a great, we timed some of our announcements around this show. It's a great way of having a lot of people in one forum, being able to make the announcement, but then showcase live the technology that you're announcing.
Well, I'm pleased you took the time to stop by and talk to us.
Anytime, great seeing you.
myprintresource.com.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thanks, and wish you well on a good show.
I appreciate it.
Okay, Mike, thanks.